to you.
So I'm just finishing up getting off of a training type coaching call style, awesome goodness, amazingness. So one of the things that I believe in is that leaders are lifelong learners. So I never think that, you know, you're too old to learn something or you're too young to get started in something. And especially when it comes to a lot of you guys that I know are entrepreneurs and you're getting started in your own specific business or you're wanting to, at some point, one of the things that I value and honor the most is the ability to take your vision, turn that into an actual tangible thing, and now starting to get, you know, exposure in what it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you want to share. So one of the things I absolutely love and value is taking notes. So like I never want to be in an environment where I'm only sitting and I'm never doing anything. I'm just, you know, listening and it's like, oh yeah, that was great. And it's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Because, you know, I don't know the exact statistic and, you know, I probably can link it down below or something like that. But whatever that exact statistic is, it's something maybe 17% or something like that of what you're actually hearing. That's all the, you know, percentage that you're actually retaining. So whatever you're hearing that's good, that, you know, gave you a great idea, you don't remember it. You know, you don't capture it. And so I was thinking, you know, I've just been sitting for maybe like 2 hours on this training, and then I have another call in just a little bit as soon as I upload this video. But, you know, it's like I was talking yesterday about how much time we spend versus time that we invest. And like one of the things I love, and it's like why I keep the bookshelves, is always like somewhere in the frame of what I'm doing. You always see it, whether I'm on a live stream, it's in the background, or right now, you know, it's back there. On my regular videos, I would have my other little bookshelf. It's always in the frame because that's one of my core values. And, you know, not just like education, like the school system type something is something that I believe in, because whether you want to or not, you're going to go through that. But everything that comes after what you're doing. So I want to show you something that I haven't ever talked about before on my channel. So this is my bookshelf, and you'll see lots of different things on this bookshelf, but the most important stuff is this little section right here, because those are just a few of some of my journals that I've kept over the years. It doesn't matter what I'm doing or what I'm going on. Like all of these books have a specific purpose in my life. Everything that I have on here is intentional. Like it's not just decoration. It has actually, you know, legit meant something to me, especially, you know, this section down here. This is how I got my core start, and what I'm doing in my business is just something that I wanted to know about. I believe somebody wrote it in a book somewhere. I believe that somebody studied it and they took a care into just learning that specific content. So why not learn it from the masters and the people that have already done the work? So this is one of the recent books that I've picked up, and I don't know how well you'll probably be able to see that, but it's called, you know, You Don't Need a Title to Be a Leader. And so one of the things, and it's just like a super small, super thin little book. Like it doesn't take anything to go through this book. You can read it on the toilet or in the tub, whatever tickles your fancy. But I just want to kind of like share with you one of the quick little things that I found in here. And it's on page 7. So it's called An Army of Lions. And it says, an army of lions led by a lion is to be feared most of all, for it is unstoppable. Having an organization of lions where everyone leads. And that's the biggest thing that has influenced what I'm doing with my communities. Why I will take so much time and take a day like today. I'm not producing content other than what I need to do for Vlogmas. And I'm just literally spending time working in the business and doing the things that I need to do just to focus on where I need to be. And I did a video previously where I talked about the difference between working in versus on the business and stuff like that. I'm really working on the things that, you know, the mentality, the mindset, and all of the things of where I'm wanting to go. So time that I will take and spend reading, you know, a super small, thin book like this, that even if you don't read, will give you a whole lot of value. Because like that's the whole premise with the M50 series. You know, it's not just so much so only teaching you about how to learn to use the camera and, you know, sharing, you know, quick tips or things to know when it comes to your small business, whatever it is that you're trying to gain exposure with, as to why you bought the camera, but so that you know how to use it confidently, so that you can begin to share your message. If you did a video like this and you're talking to your community, or you're sharing whatever it is that you want, that's what I want for, the M50 series to essentially serve, was, not just to only learn to use the camera, but so that you can start getting exposure and being able to really share your message and just create other leaders. So there was another something that I learned in a leadership training, and it was saying how, an army of lions led by a sheep will never be as successful as, a lion or an army of sheep being led by a lion. And basically what that speaks to is that you can be this, ferocious leader and inspire those people that, not saying anything about you guys, but inspire people that may not be. You could be doing a channel that's on nothing but personal development. I know some of you all, have channels where you're focusing on the mentality of a person in a specific area, like Carlos for Mathematica Humanista. And so he's talking about, the mathematics portion and how to be more confident when you're doing that. But then like the psychological barriers that come from, feeling like you're not good enough, or like you're stupid because you don't know that one formula or that thing that bothers people, and it kind of keeps them from moving forward. And so, knowing that community that he's developing, they're not, necessarily an army of lions being led by a sheep. It's an army of sheep being led by a lion. And so please don't take that the wrong way as far as those people being sheep and what that usually kind of insinuates. But the fact that you are with a person that is growing, that is developing, and then you will eventually turn them into lions with the content that you're sharing. I don't know if anybody has had issues with math or mathematics before, but I used to, and that used to be something that really bothered me in school. And it wasn't until I got into college, found a professor that really cared about what he was teaching about, and he took a genuine interest in his students. And so in every other class I would sit in the front, and then in math class I kind of sit towards the back a little bit because you don't want to get called on, you don't want to be wrong. And so, figuring out how he, or just understanding how he really cared about his students, I decided to, take the risk and stop being a sheep in the math class and being afraid, and step up and sit up in the front and raise my hand and take the chance of potentially being wrong, finding out that, I would be right, and getting help. And then eventually I became, a tutor for the math department and being able to help people. And it was so incredible to go from that whole analogy where you being a sheep initially in your character and how you're feeling in a specific area, and then being able to transition and transform into a lion. At the end of the day, I don't know if reading may be your thing. I just know how it has literally transformed and changed my life, impacted my own leadership, how I'm working with people, whether that's my one-on-one small business coaching clients, or just even how I'm interacting and working with the community. So definitely check out that book. I'll see if I can link it down below and see if not YouTube, but Amazon carries it. I'm pretty sure that they do. They have just about everything. But other than that, I just kind of wanted to take some time, just kind of talk about that. It's just something that's really on my heart today that I just wanted to share within today's Vlogmas video. But otherwise, guys, I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas day 21. And before you know it, we'll be over with this thing. So live with passion, guys. I'll see you on the next video.